How's it going, guys? Happy Saturday, and welcome back to Injection of Inspiration with Graham G.S. Matthews, where I offer helpful advice, motivational tips, and the like here on the video series. So if you haven't done so already, check out the previous 5 installments. Go to the playlist, go to the channel, whatever. They're all up there. But I'm hoping to make this a regular Saturday series from here on out. Assuming I can film these editions throughout the week, which I'm doing right now. I'm recording this on Thursday. It's going up on Saturday. So assuming I can do that when I get back into the swing of things at school. I'm still off on break until next weekend. So assuming I can do that, we will have new videos every weekend on the Saturdays. And as long as we have enough things to talk about. But with this kind of shit, there's always enough stuff to talk about, share stories and stuff like that. So today, kind of going off what I talked about last week. So if it kind of bears a resemblance to last week's video, I apologize in advance. But today I want to talk about motivation and just things that I've seen over the past week from people that I know, and that's usually where these topics come from when shit happens. Not really bad stuff, but whether it be good stuff, bad stuff, whatever, and it just kind of sparks a fire in me to talk about these potential topics. This video being about goals, and it kind of goes back to what I was talking about last week with New Year's resolutions and setting goals. Are you a bad person for not setting a New Year's resolution for yourself or for setting goals? Not really. Actually, not at all. It really is all personal preference. If setting goals help you achieve what you want to achieve in life, then that's great. If you don't really need a goal to kind of strive for and you're already determined to kind of, go out in the world and get what you want, that's great also. Everybody is different. And that's the best part about life is that there's really, no matter what I say here, what I say is not the be-all, end-all. I am just one 21-year-old kid. I am still learning life as we speak. I am no wise person. I am still living and learning life as we go along. You probably know much more than I do. I'm just kind of speaking from experience here. But that's really it. I mean, you live and you learn. I mean, I know it's an old cliche, but it's absolutely accurate in that you really do go through life and you learn about shit. And that's really and you learn not only about life itself, but you learn more about yourself. Not only about life itself, but learn about yourself as well. And that's really all that's key. And in learning more about yourself, you will learn more about the world, the people around you, and how different they are from you, or how similar they are to you, and what makes them tick, and what makes them happy, and stuff like that. So really, it's all about exploring yourself. But the topic I wanted to talk about today, like I said, is motivation. And there is the tie-in there with the New Year's resolutions, because in order to achieve those goals that you set for yourself, you need to be fucking motivated. You need to want to do it. And if you don't want to do it, you can't set a goal for yourself like, oh, I'm going to do this. Or I have to do this. If you tell yourself that you have to do it, you're not going to fucking do it. You have to want to do it. And it doesn't matter if you don't want to stop smoking, if you don't want to lose 10 pounds, you're not going to fucking lose 10 pounds. You're not going to stop smoking. And it's not a bad thing if you don't do it. It's a bad thing if you set a goal for yourself that you feel like you have to achieve and you don't do it. Actually, it's not even really a bad thing because it's not like you can't, redeem yourself or you can't go back and re-achieve that goal. You have the rest of your life. You know what I mean? At first you don't succeed, try again. And how true is that saying? We have said that several times over, and it's true. You hear that all the time, but it is absolutely accurate. If you don't succeed at first, you got a million other fucking tries. And I'm sure out of one of those million tries that you put forth in that effort, you will succeed. But the key in achieving those goals is the point I'm trying to make here, is that you have to be motivated. You have to be motivated. And if you don't have that motivation, you will never get anything done. With a lot of the stuff that I do, I do work part-time in the theater with Jason, as we talked about here on the show before and other videos and shit like that. I work part-time with Jason. When I'm up at school, I do other stuff. I'm currently doing a freelance position for the place that I interned at over the fall. I write for 4 wrestling websites that I do pretty much on a daily basis, in addition to maintaining the uptake and whatever of my own website on a pretty much a daily basis as well. And if I didn't want to do any of this stuff, I wouldn't fucking do it. But the reason I do all this stuff and I maintain 6 jobs or whatever the fuck it is because I want to do it and I have a passion for it. And it also kind of goes back to passion. You need to be motivated. If you're not motivated, you will never get anything done. And the key to that motivation is being happy. And the thing is again, like as I said before, there's really not one key. There's not one article that you can read. There's not one person that you can listen to that will give you all the answers to life. This is merely a guide of things to kind of keep in mind, to focus on. And one of those things is to stay motivated. How do you stay motivated is really the ever asked question amongst people. How do you stay motivated? For some people, it's a person, whether it be a girlfriend, a boyfriend, fighting for your family, your friends. If those people keep you motivated because they support you, they love you, and you feel the same support and love towards them, that's great. Sometimes all it takes is one person for you to stay motivated, keep you at the best that you could possibly go. You know what I mean? And it's all a matter of finding that person, as I've talked about before here in the video blog, or rather the Injection of Inspiration series. I'm mixing up my series here. But anyway, yeah, so it might be a person, and it might be something else. It might be something, let's say, that you need to be motivated to go rake the lawn. Okay, so why would you ever really want to do something like that? Why would you want to be motivated to wash the dishes or do chores or pay your bills? Okay, what should keep you motivated is that knowing that you have done that is one less thing that you have to achieve. In addition to that and paying your bills and stuff like that, you should be motivated to do stuff like that because it's one less thing you have to worry about. And then letting those things kind of add up and add on and add on and add on and add on, the stress adds on too. It's much more, needless to say, it's much more effective to be motivated than stressed. And to avoid that stress, you need to want to do stuff. If you don't want to do shit, then you're never going to get anything fucking done. You know what I mean? You need to have to set goals for yourself, and you need to want to do stuff by being motivated. And the only way you're going to be motivated is by finding what makes you motivated. Is it something that you're passionate about? Is it someone that you love very much? You know what I mean? It's really all within you. And that's really all I could say. I don't know what much more I could say other than that. And just finding your own motivation. This might be a short video. I kind of lost my train of thought there for a second, but that's really essentially it. In order to find that ever essential asked question of what makes me motivated and how do I get stuff done, you just need to know that everything that you do, you need to do with a purpose. Do not waste your time doing stuff that doesn't fucking matter. And even if you're sitting down for 20 minutes watching a television show, it's not like it doesn't matter. You know what? It does matter because it's a part of your enjoyment time. It's your time to relax. Don't waste time doing shit that doesn't fucking matter. That has always been my mindset for years and getting shit done, is that I don't waste time. I don't waste time with people that don't, I don't want to say I don't waste time with people that don't add anything to my life, but if I literally have no reason to be there, if it's not benefiting them, it's not benefiting me, and I'm literally there for no fucking reason doing nothing, it's a waste of my time when I can be doing other shit. You got to always be looking towards that next thing. In order to stay motivated, you got to keep going. And of course, to stay motivated, you need to take breaks. You need to find stuff that you enjoy, that makes you relaxed, that lets you get the stress off, get the edge off, whatever. And there's various ways of doing that. So you need to find that one person and that one goal, kind of going back to last week's video, like I said earlier. You need to find that one goal to work towards and something that you will keep your mind on, stay motivated on, something that you can work towards, and you know it serves a fucking purpose. You know what I mean? Everything you do is like a little checklist in your head. Once you cross it off, it's on to the next thing, and there's always something to be done. And that's the thing. There's always one less thing to worry about, and I've heard people say it's always one thing after another. Bad shit's always happening. Well, you know what? Great things are going to happen too. Great things do not stop happening. You know what I mean? For everyone that says that, it's just one bad thing after another, the bad things never end, you're right. That shit will never fucking end. It might, slow down a little bit, more at some times other than others, as opposed to others. It might deaccelerate or whatever the word is at other times compared to what, other times. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm tongue twisting myself here. I'm confusing myself. But, at the same time, the good times, another good thing will follow another good thing. 5 good things don't happen in your life, and that's fucking it. It's all downhill from here. You know what I mean? For every bad thing that keeps on happening, 2 better things will happen at some point in life. And everything that happens, Steven, I know Jason feels the same way. We've talked about this before. Everything happens for a reason. And you need to know that. Everything that happens to you, and this is kind of going all over the place, I know, kind of steering away from the motivation, from the topic of motivation here, but that's really how you stay motivated. You need to know that everything that you do in life serves a purpose. Even if it's, going to meet somebody or even watching a television show. The content that you consume and watching that television show might come in handy later on in a conversation. You know what I mean? Everything that you do is meaningful. You are fucking meaningful. You mean something to someone. You are meaningful to this fucking world. You make a goddamn difference, and you need to know that. That is what alone should make you motivated, in addition to the things that make you happy. Wrestling makes me happy. Writing makes me happy. What makes you fucking happy? And that's what motivates me. To do stuff for people that support me and do things that I know are going to serve a purpose. What motivates you? I know people ask other people. They ask people who feel like they know better than them. Truth be told, you know no less than me. You know no more. Everyone knows the same fucking shit. When it comes to experience, you have different experiences. I might have different experiences than you. We all have different experiences. The amount of experiences that you have in this lifetime fills a book in and of itself. And you might have more experiences being older or even younger. Who knows? But that does not make you better or worse off than anyone else in this fucking earth. And that's what should motivate you. Because you are your own puzzle piece in the puzzle that is this world. You fit into the equation somehow. You might not think so right now. You might not feel like you're worth something. But trust me, you absolutely fucking are. If you do not wake up every morning and look in the mirror and look at yourself and say, this is going to be a good day, odds are it probably won't be. And I said that last week, and I said that the week before that, and I said that every single fucking video because it's true. You need to know that you're worth something. You need to know that you are fucking great to somebody. And you may not think so. You may not even realize it, but there are so many people out there that care about you. Do things in your lifetime for them, let alone for yourself. Because if you ain't happy, you ain't making anyone else happy. And if you're not spreading positivity, then you might as well stay secluded in your own goddamn cave or whatever. Stay away from everyone else. Because that negative energy is just as contagious as positive energy. And if you're being, contaminated, so to speak, by that negative energy, you need to stay away from it as much as possible. And you need to surround yourself with people that will keep you positive, keep you optimistic, keep you happy, And I'm not saying only associate yourself with people that will give you things or that only serve a purpose. But really, I don't want to sound like a douchebag. You need to understand what I'm saying here. You need to associate your people that add to your life. I'm not saying that people that will give you rides or give you money. That's fucking materialistic bullshit. I'm talking about things, associate yourself with people that bring joy to your life, that don't bring just materialistic bullshit that doesn't fucking matter. Associate yourself with people that will bring enjoyment to your life, bring happiness, that feel like that without them, your life, the quality of life is not the same, so to speak. You know what I mean? That people that people that will make a difference in your life. And sometimes even taking away those negative aspects of your life can be difficult because it feels like your life is not the same without them. But that's the first step in achieving a happier, more positive life. And I feel like I'm going on an Ultimate Warrior promo here and going all over the place and kind of steering away from that topic. But the bottom line is that all these things that I'm talking about all kind of delve down into motivation. Because if you ain't motivated, then you ain't getting anything fucking done. And another thing I want to say too before we wrap it up here, it is weird, but it does sometimes depend on the time of day. Like last night I think is a perfect example. I usually go to bed around my mic just fell, my apologies. Sometimes I go to bed around 12, 1, 2 at the latest sometimes if I stay up talking to Haley a little later than usual. But usually right before I go to bed, like especially last night, I don't know why, but I'm much more motivated. New ideas flow into my head for articles and shit right before I go to bed. So right before I fell asleep last night at 2 o'clock in the morning, laying down in my bed, I grabbed my phone, went to the notes tab, and wrote down 3 article ideas that came into my head while I was brushing my teeth or something, and right before I was about to fall asleep. And if I don't write them down then, I'm totally going to forget them. So sometimes it's a time of the day, it's an environment. You need to associate your people. You need to associate yourself with people that will keep you positive, but also keep you motivated to get shit done that you want to get done and things that you feel like need to get done for yourself. Whether it be a quiet environment, I cannot get articles done. And maybe a couple years ago, but at this point, I cannot get stuff done when there's a million people around me talking, or there's 3 TVs on. And for you, it might be different. Some people need to have background noise on, need to have a radio on, music on, TVs on, people talking, whatever, in order to get stuff done, and that's perfectly fine. Everybody is different. For me personally, I need to get shit done in a quiet environment, which is why I like to be by myself more often than not, just because I can focus on what I feel like, what I want to get done. And I can't focus with people watching TV and doing all this other bullshit, you know? So sometimes it's all a matter of time of day, where you are, and more importantly than anything else, who you associate yourself with. And as I have said before, you are the sum of the 5 people you associate yourself with. So keep that in mind as you go forward throughout the week, month, year, life, whatever. Hopefully you got something from the video. If you didn't, I apologize. Sorry for wasting 15 minutes of your time. But either way, have a great week, guys. Have an awesome weekend, rather. And I'll catch you next week in my next video, which we will talk about whatever topic pops in my head over the next 7 days. But until then, for more videos like this, random video blogs, other things wrestling-related, Q&A videos, Wrestle Rant radio excerpts, Wrestle Rant videos, WWE Network and Chill. Pretty much content goes up every single day, guys. If you're not subscribed, do so now. Join the Wrestling Revolution. That is the Graham GSM Matthews brand / channel right here on YouTube. So subscribe. That was a tongue twister. Like, comment, share the video. All this stuff is amazingly appreciated, as is your support. You guys motivate me. You guys are definitely part of my motivation to keep on doing this stuff, because if I wasn't motivated, I wouldn't be putting out videos every single day. And look where we are now. We have since surpassed the 1,000 subscriber mark. So that said, guys, stay motivated, stay positive, stay happy, keep up that PMA, baby, and I'll catch you folks down the road.